Chosen ones, as you open your heart to this message, let the words that follow settle deep into the quiet spaces of your soul. Tonight carries a unique spiritual frequency, a movement of divine intention that has been swirling around your life long before you pressed play on this video. You are not here by accident. You were guided here, drawn into alignment with a moment that has been waiting for you. There is something extraordinary approaching the threshold of your existence, something meant to shift the atmosphere of your home, your relationships, your inner world, and your path forward. God declares that a miracle is coming to your home tonight. And this message exists so you may feel it, prepare for it, and open yourself to receive it fully. As you let these words flow through you, do not rush. Let them unfold in your spirit. Allow your breathing to deepen. Everything is aligning for the miracle that has already begun to enter your life. Before we continue further, I want to invite you, yes, you who are listening in this very moment, to stay with this message until the end. The energy you carry as you witness this message from beginning to end becomes part of its power, and your presence amplifies the blessing that is being prepared for you. In the comments, I encourage you to write your warmest wishes and add the number 66 as a symbolic affirmation of your readiness to receive the miracle that is on its way. This act is more than a gesture. It is a declaration that you are consciously stepping into the frequency of manifestation. When you express your desires with sincerity, you release a current of energy that moves through the universe with purpose. You acknowledge your worthiness. You ignite the vibration of possibility. And you place your dreams into the hands of a universe that is always listening, always moving, always responding to the courage of your open heart. Chosen one, your destiny awaits. Click the hype button, like this video, subscribe, and walk with us into the light. Now, as we move beyond that moment of intention, allow the rest of this message to focus entirely on the miracle that has been spoken into your life. There is a divine stirring happening around you now, something subtle yet unmistakably powerful. Perhaps you have felt it, but didn't have the words to describe it. A shift, a gentle pull, a sense that something is about to change. You may have experienced unusual dreams, sudden waves of emotion, moments of clarity, or an inner voice encouraging you to let go of certain burdens. These sensations were not random. They were signals, little spiritual whispers, preparing you for what is approaching. Tonight is not an ordinary night. Tonight is a turning point, a threshold, a divine alignment where what has been delayed begins to move, what has been unseen becomes visible, and what has been heavy begins to lift from your life. You might be carrying exhaustion from past seasons, from battles no one knew you were fighting. You may have grown accustomed to waiting, to hoping, to trying, to holding on when you felt like you had no strength left. Sometimes life teaches us patience through experiences that feel like silence. But silence is not abandonment. Silence is preparation. Silence is the universe rearranging what cannot be seen. Silence is the divine setting the stage for what is coming. And tonight, that silence breaks. Tonight, something opens. The miracle that has been held for you in the unseen is stepping into the scene. This miracle may not arrive in the way you expect. Sometimes miracles are quiet. Sometimes they slip into your life through small shifts, an idea, an opportunity, a revelation, a person entering or leaving, a sudden sense of peace that washes over you like warm light. Other times, miracles arrive with undeniable force, shaking the foundations of everything you once believed was possible. Whichever form it takes, understand this. This miracle has your name on it. It is tailored to your path, to your needs, to your deepest longing. It is not random. It is intentional. It is purposeful. It is divine. As you allow these words to wash over you, imagine your home transformed into a sanctuary of spiritual presence. Imagine the air itself becoming lighter. Imagine the walls absorbing peace. Imagine the space around you beginning to vibrate with a subtle warmth, as though light is appearing in the invisible. Feel the presence of something benevolent moving toward you, not to judge, not to challenge, not to burden, but to bless. Feel how your body responds to that presence, perhaps with chills, warmth, tears, or a softening of your thoughts. Your spirit recognizes what your mind may not yet fully comprehend. You are being prepared to receive exactly what you need. Tonight's miracle may come in the form of emotional release. You may find yourself letting go of an old wound, a heartbreak, a painful memory, or a perception of yourself that was never true. There are burdens you've carried for years that were never meant to stay with you forever. There are worries that have weighed down your steps that are ready to dissolve. There are patterns you've outgrown, fears that no longer belong to you, and limitations that were never aligned with your purpose. Tonight, something breaks. Something lifts. Something leaves your spirit that cannot follow you into the next chapter of your life. But there is also something arriving, something soft, something luminous, something that feels like hope but stronger, like alignment, like clarity, like strength. The miracle coming to your home tonight may be the beginning of a long-awaited transformation, a shift in your financial reality, healing in your body, restoration in your relationships, or a new path that finally reveals itself after years of confusion. It may come as an answered prayer you whispered long ago, a door reopening, or a new door appearing where you once believed there were no paths left. The miracle knows where to find you. It knows how to reach you. It knows how to unfold. As the energy of this moment gathers around you, it's important to allow yourself to soften. Miracles often enter through the space we create. When you quiet the noise inside you, fear, doubt, impatience, self-criticism, you create room for the divine to move without resistance. You create space for clarity to settle in your mind. You create room for blessings to enter your life and take root. Release your grip on the outcomes you've been trying to control. Surrender does not mean giving up. Surrender means trusting that the universe is working on your behalf in ways you cannot yet see. Tonight, allow yourself to sit in the awareness that something good is coming. Not because you forced it, not because you begged for it, but because it was already destined for you. There are blessings that were designed for you before you even stepped into this world. Blessings that travel with your soul through every chapter, waiting for the moment you become ready to receive. Tonight is one of those moments. This miracle carries the energy of timing, purpose, and divine orchestration. Feel the shift inside you as you listen. Notice how your shoulders relax. Notice how your breath deepens. Notice how your thoughts begin to still. This calmness is not accidental. It is the first sign of alignment. It is the doorway. It is the universe whispering, "Prepare yourself. I am moving in your life." The miracle coming tonight may also bring understanding. a kind of inner knowing about why certain things had to happen the way they did. Sometimes we look back on seasons of struggle and only see pain, but miracles have a way of illuminating the hidden purpose behind every detour, every disappointment, every ending that once felt like loss. The divine sees your timeline from above. You see only the moment you stand in. But tonight, a piece of that larger picture may reveal itself in a way that finally brings peace, acceptance, and gratitude. There may be an emotional awakening. You may feel yourself reconnecting with parts of your soul you forgot existed. Your creativity may return. Your faith may strengthen. Your joy may rise again after being buried under layers of exhaustion and worry. Your sense of direction may sharpen. You may feel drawn toward new actions, new choices, new surroundings. This is all part of the miracle's unfolding. When the divine moves in your life, it does not simply fix one thing. It initiates a chain reaction, a ripple of transformation that touches every corner of your existence. Imagine that the atmosphere around you is shifting right now, dissolving heaviness, clearing pathways, opening doors. Imagine your home glowing softly in the unseen, protected and uplifted by a presence that intends only to bless. Imagine that everything in your environment, your walls, your floor, the air you breathe, is aligning itself with the miracle approaching. This is not imagination alone. This is the intuitive vision your spirit is capable of perceiving when it becomes still enough to sense what the eyes cannot yet see. As the night continues to unfold, trust that something is already moving. Trust that something is already arriving. Trust that the divine has heard your silent cries, your whispered dreams, your unspoken fears. Nothing has been ignored. Everything has been seen. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be for this miracle to find you. You may feel a gentle pressure in your chest or a warmth in your hands. You may feel a quiet presence behind you or beside you. You may notice synchronicities that seem too perfect to dismiss. These sensations are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are reminders that the divine is near. As the miracle approaches the threshold of your life, allow yourself to breathe into the truth that you are worthy of receiving. You are not being blessed because you are perfect. You are being blessed because you are growing, because you are awakening, because you have endured, because you have chosen to keep going even when your mind was tired, your heart was overwhelmed, and your path felt uncertain. You are being blessed because the divine sees not only who you are, but who you are becoming. Let this be the night that shifts everything. Let this be the night that softens your heart. Let this be the night that makes room for hope. Let this be the night that ushers peace into the walls of your home. Let this be the night that marks the beginning of something new, something bright, something powerful, something divinely orchestrated. Allow yourself to believe, even if your belief feels small. A tiny spark of belief is enough to ignite a miracle. A whisper of hope is enough to open the door. A quiet willingness to receive is enough to transform a life. As you continue to let this message move through you, feel the truth of it settling in your spirit. You are stepping into alignment with something extraordinary. You are standing at the doorway of divine intervention. You are receiving a blessing that was destined to meet you at this exact moment in your life. Tonight, the miracle comes home. Tonight, something shifts forever. Tonight, the divine moves on your behalf with intention and love. And as you remain open, as you remain present, as you allow your heart to stretch into the possibility of what is coming, the miracle moves closer still. This is only the beginning. The energy that surrounds you right now is shifting in a way that may feel almost otherworldly. It is a gentle turning of spiritual currents, a rearranging of the subtle forces that influence the direction of your life. You may find yourself pausing more often, listening more deeply, sensing more intuitively. This is not coincidence. When a miracle approaches, the soul becomes more receptive, more aware, more tuned in to what cannot yet be seen with the physical eye. You are beginning to feel the early waves of change, the first quiet signals that something divinely orchestrated is drawing near. As you continue to breathe through this moment and allow your mind to settle, you may notice that the world around you feels slightly different, as if a new presence has entered the room. This presence is here to prepare you for what is already unfolding. You might feel as though time itself is slowing down in certain moments, giving you the space to notice things you normally overlook. Perhaps you find yourself reflecting on your past, revisiting memories you haven't thought about in years, or sensing inner guidance encouraging you to release old habits or thought patterns. This reflective energy is part of the preparation. Before a miracle enters your life, there is often a cleansing of the mind and spirit, a clearing of emotional clutter, a quiet invitation to let go of what no longer aligns with the future you are stepping into. The divine is not asking you to forget your past, but rather to release the weight of it so you can walk forward without heaviness. Everything you have endured up until this moment has shaped you, strengthened you, and prepared you for the blessing that is approaching. As the spiritual atmosphere continues to transform, you may experience moments of emotion that seem to rise from nowhere. You may feel sudden gratitude, unexpected tears, or a soothing calmness that washes over your thoughts. These emotions are signals. They are signs that your spirit is softening and opening, becoming more receptive to the miracle that is coming. Your heart is aligning with the frequency of blessing, clearing space for something new and beautiful to enter. Allow these emotions to flow freely. Let them move through you without resistance. Each emotion carries wisdom. Each emotion carries a message. Each emotion prepares you for the miracle's arrival. You may also experience a shift in the way you interpret the events around you. What once felt like confusion may now begin to make sense. Certain conversations, opportunities, or interactions may suddenly appear meaningful, as though they are gently guiding you toward the next stage of your journey. When a miracle is coming, the universe often sends small signs to reassure you that you are not alone, that you are being guided, that every step is part of a greater design. Pay attention to these signs, but do not worry about interpreting them perfectly. Simply recognize that they are confirmations of alignment. What is meant for you is already on its way. Tonight, the miracle approaching your home carries a frequency of restoration. Restoration is more than just healing. It is the act of returning something to its rightful place, its rightful strength, its rightful purpose. This may manifest in your relationships, your financial life, your health, or your emotional well-being. There may be areas of your life that have felt fragmented or disconnected, places where you've struggled to regain clarity or peace. The miracle of restoration comes to bring coherence to what has felt scattered, harmony to what has felt disrupted, and renewal to what has felt stagnant. You may notice the beginnings of this restoration through new thoughts that inspire hope, new opportunities that feel aligned, or new desires that awaken within you. Sometimes restoration begins in silence. Sometimes it begins with a single moment of clarity. Sometimes it begins with a feeling, a soft warmth in your chest or a quiet thought that tells you something good is coming. Do not dismiss these moments as imagination. They are the early signs of transformation. You are being prepared not only to receive a miracle but to sustain what comes after. There are blessings that require emotional maturity, spiritual readiness, and a grounded heart. That readiness is unfolding within you now, gently, steadily, purposefully. There is also a sense of protection surrounding you tonight. Even if you cannot see it, you may sense it in the way your worries begin to feel less heavy, or in the way certain fears lose their intensity. You are being held, guarded, and guided. The divine presence that brings miracles also brings protection, ensuring that the environment into which your blessing arrives is safe, stable, and aligned with your highest good. You may notice certain people drifting away, or certain situations naturally resolving. This is not loss, it is clearing. It is the universe making space for what is arriving. As this miracle draws closer, your intuition may become stronger. You may feel prompted to make different choices, to take small actions that feel meaningful, or to let go of something that no longer resonates with who you are becoming. Trust these urges. Trust your inner guidance. When a miracle is preparing to enter your life, your intuition acts like a magnet, pulling you into alignment with the blessing that is approaching. You are being guided step by step, even in moments when you cannot see the full picture. Perhaps you have been waiting for a long time, waiting for a change, waiting for clarity, waiting for a breakthrough. Waiting can be exhausting. Waiting can feel endless. Waiting can test your spirit. But waiting also strengthens you. Waiting develops resilience, patience, and inner growth. Waiting forces you to look inward, to evaluate what truly matters, to understand yourself more deeply. The miracle arriving tonight is not just a resolution, it is a reward for your endurance. It is a recognition of your courage, your persistence, your willingness to keep moving forward even when you felt tired or uncertain. The atmosphere around you is full of quiet anticipation, as though the universe itself is leaning closer, preparing to place something sacred into your life. This miracle carries the energy of divine timing. It is not early. It is not late. It arrives in the exact moment when your spirit is ready to receive it, and your life is ready to make space for it. Everything is aligning now. Thoughts, emotions, circumstances, opportunities. The shift is already happening. You are already crossing into a new chapter. You may feel this shift in your body, in the way your chest expands when you breathe, in the way your shoulders relax, as though releasing invisible burdens, in the way your mind becomes quieter. Your body recognizes alignment before your mind does. Trust what you feel. Allow yourself to rest in this sensation of quiet preparation. The miracle coming tonight may also bring closure to something that has lingered for too long. Something unresolved may finally find its conclusion. A situation that has drained your energy may soften and fade. A question that has haunted you may find its answer. Closure is a powerful gift because it frees you from the past and allows you to anchor yourself fully in the present. When closure comes, it often comes with peace, a peace that feels different from anything you've experienced before, a peace that reminds you that you no longer need to carry certain burdens or revisit certain wounds. As the night continues, the energy around you becomes more receptive, more open, more attuned to the miracle approaching. You may begin to feel as though something is gently nudging you forward, encouraging you to trust, to breathe, to surrender. Trust is an important part of receiving a miracle. Trust creates alignment. Trust allows you to step aside and let the divine rearrange things on your behalf. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to overthink. You do not need to control the outcome. Simply allow. There is a quiet beauty to this moment, a sense of divine orchestration unfolding in the hidden spaces of your life. You may not fully understand what is happening, but your spirit feels it. It feels the openness. It feels the shift. It feels the blessing. Allow this sense of anticipation to grow gently within you, not as anxiety, but as a warm awareness that something good, something meaningful, something deeply aligned is moving toward you right now. You are standing in a moment of becoming. You are stepping into a new energetic space. You are being prepared to receive something that was meant for you long before you knew to ask for it. The miracle is coming to your home tonight, and with it comes transformation, restoration, clarity, alignment, protection, and renewal. Continue to breathe deeply. Continue to remain open. Continue to trust the unfolding of this divine moment. This is only the next step of the journey. The stillness that surrounds you now is not an empty silence, but a meaningful one, rich with unseen movement and divine intention. It is the kind of silence that comes just before a breakthrough, like the quiet that settles over the earth before the first light of dawn. In this silence, the universe is making final adjustments, aligning circumstances, guiding thoughts, and preparing the pathway for the miracle that is about to unfold. You may not see everything clearly yet, but you can feel the subtle shift, the internal knowing, the gentle pull towards something that feels destined. This is how miracles often approach, not with chaos or noise, but with serenity, with purpose, with a sense of something higher touching your life. In this moment, take a breath and allow yourself to sink deeper into this presence. Your entire energetic field is becoming more receptive, more open to the influx of spiritual movement that is coming. You may notice your thoughts slowing down, becoming more spacious, more intentional. Your emotions may feel softer, calmer, more grounded. You are not imagining this. You are being brought into alignment with a divine rhythm, a vibration that resonates with blessings, clarity, and transformation. This process is delicate, yet powerful. It does not rush you. It guides you. It does not overwhelm you. It prepares you. There is something deeply personal about the miracle that is coming to your home tonight. It is not generic, not ordinary, not something that could simply fall into anyone's hands. It was designed for you, your soul, your journey, your growth, your destiny. You have reached a point in your life where certain energies must shift for you to advance into the next chapter. The divine has seen your struggles, your hopes, your quiet endurance. It knows the battles you fought without recognition, the tears you shed behind closed doors, the moments you stayed strong even when you felt exhausted. This miracle is not random. It is a response. It is a recognition of everything you've carried and everything you're ready to become. There may have been moments where you felt forgotten, overlooked, or left behind by life. Moments where you wondered whether things would ever change. Moments where you questioned your purpose or doubted your own strength. But now, in this very moment, something within you is awakening. A deeper truth is rising. The divine is revealing that you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Every delay, every detour, every moment of confusion was part of a larger orchestration, a blueprint designed to bring you exactly to this point of receptivity. The miracle was never denied. It was simply waiting for the right time, the right alignment, the right version of you. As you sit in this growing awareness, you may feel memories surfacing. Memories of times when you overcame challenges that once felt impossible. These memories are not returning to burden you. They are returning to remind you of your strength. They are resurfacing to illuminate the truth that you have always been guided, even when the path felt unclear. They serve as a reflection of how far you have come and how much you have grown. The miracle approaching your home tonight builds on this growth. It enters not as a single moment, but as a continuation of your evolution, a spiritual advancement that elevates your entire life. You may also notice a shift in your senses, as though you are becoming more aware of the subtle details around you, the feeling of the air on your skin, the rhythm of your breathing, the quiet hum of the environment. This heightened awareness is a sign of spiritual sensitivity. It means you are tuning into the frequencies of the miracle's arrival. You are becoming more present, more attuned, more connected to the deeper currents that shape your destiny. Presence is the doorway. Awareness is the key. When you are fully present, you become magnetic to blessings. You become aligned with what is meant for you. You become receptive to what the divine is sending your way. As this awareness deepens, you may feel as though the world around you is becoming clearer, as if a gentle light is illuminating the path ahead. This is not a sudden revelation, but a gradual unfolding, a quiet awakening that prepares your spirit to recognize what is coming. Allow yourself to rest in this heightened clarity, letting it settle into your thoughts like a soft glow. You do not need to analyze or question it. Just breathe and let it move through you. The shift you are sensing is the beginning of something greater, a subtle invitation to step fully into the moment that is approaching. And as this inner alignment continues to grow, you will feel the presence of what is coming draw even closer, preparing to reveal itself in the way only a true miracle can.